Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. This is the unshaved manual key, aka MNL1337 for bluffthespot.com. And today we're talking about the 3 most common poker tells you find at the table. But before we start the video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Tell number 1. Okay, this is by far the most reliable tell you can find. It's not so easy to spot at the beginning, but with a little bit practice it should be quite easy. So note how the eye and the ring finger move almost exactly at the same time, but it's not exactly the same time. There are actually 3 very famous papers about this. You can check it out. I'll link it in the description. Yeah, these papers explain very well why this trick works, or the tell works, because it's a psychology fact that the eye and the ring finger are linked together in the brain. This is also part of the reason why you cannot move this finger so good. So if you want to avoid this tell, you should train your muscles a little bit from this finger. So make some movement exercises and so on. And this tell means weakness. It's because the stress hormone is released when, you should read the paper about it. I cannot recall it so good. It was a long time I read these papers. But these papers are very good. You should definitely check them out. And they're well known in the high stakes community, so I think every high stakes player knows these. But at the low stakes player don't know this too well. But it's still very reliable. Almost always it's true if you can see this. Yeah, watch out for it. And I forgot to mention, this tell is unconsciously and opposite to the other tells. So you cannot really control it. That's why it's hard to avoid and very reliable. And also that's the reason why poker players like Fedor Holz, for example, always stare at the opponent very intense at the face to spot this tell. I myself do it a little bit more undercover, and I'm try to look more from the eye angle and not stare so much at the opponent. But you can do it either way. Okay guys, this was just bullshit. Let's come to the real tell. The real tell number 1. Yeah, so when people look like they want to bet and they're playing with the chips all the time, but they end up checking, it's a very strong tell for weakness. They just want to sell you that they have a strong hand, so they thought about betting. But in reality, they always have really nothing, or just a weak hand. So if it's checked to you and you bet, you very often pick up the pot. Check. Tell number 2. So when people talk with a friend or look at the phone or eating or really anything that is not mainly focused on paying attention to the table, and then they look at their cards and then immediately go back to their activity they did before, then it's usually a sign for weakness, or almost always a sign for weakness. Of course, this is only true in the initial betting round or when they first look at their cards, so otherwise they already know what they have. So when they look at the cards and they see they have a bad hand, they know they don't have to pay attention to the action on the table, and they will just auto-fold when the dealer reminds them it's their turn. But if they would have a strong hand, they would just pay attention to the action, what happens, pick up read or try to pick up reads, or think about the bet size or whatever, just pay more attention. So if you see this player do this, he will almost always fold. Tell number 3. Okay, the last tell is for strength. So when a player acts very passive and does not make any noise and makes himself very small or something like this, usually it's by betting very cautiously and not slamming the chips in the middle. This is usually a tell for strength. So when they would be weak, they would usually just make themselves very big, just demonstrate how big the body is, have a strong body language, and also slam the chips on the table, and obviously should demonstrate strength. But usually it's always the opposite is true from what you see at the poker table. So when you see people be very quiet at the table, usually it's a sign of strength. But there are some exceptions. For example, on the river, when there's a big pot and suddenly a person starts talking and blah 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 all the time, this is usually a sign for strength, because people are usually quiet and a little bit stressed, don't want to give away tells when they're bluffing, but when they are strong, they're very confident, and then they don't think about this and just happy and just want to engage with people usually. So this is a little bit exception, but all the other cases it's usually the tell is very reliable. Okay, very important at the end, when you should use these tells or play exploitative when you see these tells. Mostly a good regular would not do these tells because they're very well known and common and everybody should know what they mean. So when a good regular does these tells, usually you should be careful and expect that it's a fake tell. Yeah, and don't do an exploit when you see this. But against recreational player, it's very effective to do some exploitations against it when you see it. So always be careful when you see it. Maybe try to look out if you see it a second time and then start exploiting things. Yeah, it's just an assessment how you judge it. So it's a little bit difficult at the beginning, but should be very easy when you get some experience. Okay, and the bonus tell. When a person, especially on the low stakes, raises the river, and when the raise is big, but raising alone is already the tell usually. So, but when it's big, it's an indicator that it's even stronger. This usually means people have it. People don't like to bluff raise the river a lot. So when people raise it, you can fold mostly if you don't have a really strong hand. But this is not really a tell, this is just a population read, so it's just a bonus tell. But also very reliable, I think. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. What are your favorite tells? Write it in a comment, please. And next video is coming probably not on time again, so I will not say when the next video comes. And yeah, make sure to smash the like button again and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.